Before you walk into a single new construction office in Southwest Florida or anywhere, you want to watch this video. Because if you think skipping a realtor saves you money, I'm about to bust that myth wide open. Common myth: I will save money if I don't use a realtor for new construction. That is just not true. How it works is technically commissions are already built within the purchase price. The builder has already decided to put a portion of that money for commission if the buyer has an agent. Now, if you don't use the money doesn't go back to you, the money goes back to the builder. So reality, they have the money already put in there, and if you don't use it, the builder just gets it back. It does not go back to you. So that is the biggest myth. And let's be honest, builders offer commissions and bonuses to agents all the time. They wouldn't do that if they didn't believe in having an agent or using them. And most builders love the agents. So if you're thinking about you'll probably save money if you don't use an agent, but you kind of want to use one, I would go ahead and use one because most builders already have it put into the price. And either way, that money is either going to us or it's going back to the builder, and it is not, unfortunately, going back to you. Let's talk about the builder's agent, because yes, there are always sales reps in every office that you go to, but I work with so many of them and I genuinely love them. I think that they're very good. I have picked people that I love and know that have a great interest for my buyers. However, they always work for the builder. So their interests align with the builder, and that's always going to happen. They have certain numbers they're going to hit and everything else. Now, you can go to any office and every sales rep is different. Some are genuinely good out the door and they will work with you every step of the way. Some are not, and they really are just black and white, and then you may not even hear from them again. So that's why building relationships matter, and we'll talk more about that later. But if you have the opportunity to use someone that is 110% on your side and it doesn't cost you a thing, then I would absolutely do it, because you're going to regret it. Maybe if you don't, I've heard a lot of people say they regretted that, or maybe they didn't know that you could use an agent on new construction. Again, we'll talk about it more, but builders love us. So if you are on the fence, go ahead and use that agent. Just make sure that you're also using an agent that will be on your side the entire time and also doesn't ghost you after signing that contract. Now, let's talk about what an agent does for you during the new construction process. I can't speak about every agent in Southwest Florida, but I can specifically speak about me. So every builder is different. The contract alone is 80 pages. So some buyers think, oh, I'm just gonna sign the contract, pick out my upgrades, and that's it. And then we'll wait for it to be built and we can move right in. That's not always the case. That 80-page contract protects the builder mostly and not you. So we look over that contract and we will help you understand it. And sometimes we have found things that we've had to question and we've had to have them fixed. So it's slim, but it is possible that it can happen. We go with you on design upgrade appointments. So if you need a design appointment, we're going to be there with you every step of the way, because sometimes our expertise is great in that area, because we may know local people who can do some of that custom upgrading for less aftermarket than buying it through the builder, because the builder is always going to charge, in most cases, a premium. So you will see sometimes that being different. Honestly, we're really there to negotiate for you throughout the entire process. So I even, because of the relationships I have with my builders, I have found sometimes like I will know about better pricing or what incentives that we can do or how low they're gonna go. Or I've sometimes gotten better deals because the sales rep is so on my side that they tell the manager, and they see my name so often that some of my buyers have gotten even better discounts because they trust me, they know me, and they believe that my buyers are gonna stay through it. And so they sometimes will give even better deals. So those relationships matter. Again, it doesn't cost you anything, so I would 100% use an agent. And I also, me personally, always recommend for you to have a home inspection before your final walkthrough. You would not be surprised about some of the stuff that we have found before the final walkthrough. It's the best money that you will spend, and it gives you a peace of mind that you didn't know that you needed. So again, I do a lot, and this looks different depending on what process you do or what builder you go through, because sometimes it's easier than others. But yeah, I would definitely use an agent because again, it doesn't cost you anything, so it's not going to hurt. And I always recommend using someone who has at least some type of background in new construction because it is different than the resale process. If you're moving to Southwest Florida and you're not from this state, and most of you watching are probably in that situation, this is the best time to use an agent because I am your boots on the ground. I specifically just closed a new construction deal last week, actually, and the buyer was from New York and she never saw the place. She wasn't even here to sign the contract. So everything she did was online and she wasn't even here for the closing. So in that case, I am your eyes, I'm your ears, I'm your go-between for the builder. It is awesome to have an agent in that specific role because I take updated photos, I go walk the property, I see the progress, I'm able to question or ask things. And again, for example, for her, she did have a home inspection. So I went for the home inspection, I saw the report, I submitted it to the builder, and then I went back through with the construction rep and we marked everything on the actual home inspection report. And then when I went through the final walkthrough, that's when we were double checking, like, did you fix it? Does it work? What's that look like? And then of course, we found other things. So we used what I love, the blue tape, and we started marking everything again. And then a few days later, when she was time to close, I went the day before and I double checked that they fixed everything. And I went again the day of closing just to make sure that everything was 100% done before she signed that contract. So having an agent with you on the new construction process, if you're not here, is so important. And then I would say, in my case, I usually ask my buyer, what do you want from me? What are you expecting? Do you want photos? What kind of things are you looking for? And then we just communicate that up front so we're both on the same page. It's rare, but sometimes builder reps, I only know of a couple personally that will send you updates on progress. It's kind of slim. They don't really want to do it. So that's what we're here for. So again, I'm your boots on the ground. If you are moving here and you can't be here the entire time, definitely use an agent. You'll love it. And just always communicate upfront what you're looking for. We have kind of already talked about this and I've made mention of it a few times, but my relationships with the actual sales reps that represent these builders are so valuable, and it's so important for an agent to make those relationships. I have always been very big on this, and I always tell any new agent, go find builder reps, go find those sales reps, because it has saved me in so many instances. Because again, like I said before, they trust me, they know that I'm bringing them solid buyers, they know that my buyer is most likely serious. I typically get updates on incentives or the best deals that they have before they release it to anybody else. When I do come through the door, I feel like my negotiations for my buyers are usually way more upfront and way more, I would say, like, honest, and they just kind of tell us like, hey, this is our best deal. This is what we can do. There's like no fluff in between. I do find like those relationships have helped me so much, make this process so much smoother for my buyers. And in most cases, I do have a builder rep at every single location or major place that's building. It just depends if that rep leaves, because that does sometimes happen, but it matters. Like, if you don't think it matters, it so matters. And my builder reps also, I would say, spoil my clients too, because what they love is for me to come back. They want me to bring them more people. So when they spoil my clients and they spoil me, it just means more referrals for them. So it is a two-way street, but they love agents and they love working with agents that are just, they know that I'm going to read the contract. They know I'm going to be there for my buyers and do all the pictures and the videos and answer all the questions, or just be a little more direct. The builder doesn't, those reps don't always want you to call them 60 times and answer all these questions. They work with so many people and they're handling so much. Like, that's why they love us, because they know that I am there and that I will answer most of those questions. And if there isn't a question that I know, I will call them directly, get it, and then in return tell you guys. So Again, they love us. Don't think that they don't like us. I think we sometimes make their job easier in some cases. And so my relationships with my builders, I'm so grateful for them and I love them so, so much. So it has definitely saved my clients some money. Not always, but it will. And they, again, I'm on their list, so they always send me the best deals that they have. And I typically know about like new communities or some stuff that they have working before others do, because they'll tell us in those cases. But my relationships matter. I use it to my advantage, and my buyers usually end up loving the sales reps. And sometimes I match by personality too. So it really just depends. You're not saving money by going in alone. That's a myth. The builder's agent works for the builder. You need someone in your corner that's going to work with you from contract to closing, especially if you're moving here from out of state. I would be your boots on the ground, and you 100% need that. Listen, builders pay agents because they believe in their value, and honestly, so should you. If you're thinking about buying new construction in Southwest Florida, please reach out to me before you walk through that sales office. It costs you nothing, but it could save you thousands of dollars. I would love to help you navigate this process the right way.